Hello everyone and welcome back to Project Fern. I'm in the Peugeot 807 today and we've got a rear brake pad that's gone metal to metal. The car is booked in next week with a main dealer to have quite a bit of work done, but I can't wait to have this done. I need to get it done straight away. I don't want the piston popping out or anything. I'm praying that when I strip it down it isn't going to be the caliper that's seized as well. I hope I can get it pushed back. But I've been to Euro Car Parts and got some Brembo discs and pads, and we're going to crack on today and get this this noise sorted, because as you can hear, I've no doubt the microphone's picking it up. That's absolutely horrendous. Before we get the car into the unit, it's saying there on this service history file that the rear brake discs and also, sorry, rear brakes and also disc was replaced on the 23rd of the 9th 2019, which is about 18 months ago. This is the noisy side. I don't know if you can see in there. I'm going to put the torch on, give me 2 secs. So that pad there's gone metal to metal. You can see all the heat damage on it and stuff, which is causing this horrendous noise, and that's why I said I'm just praying that the piston goes back on the caliper. On the driver's side there's probably about 6-7 mil left on the pad in there, which is what you'd expect from about 18 months worth of wear. So we're gonna have to get this car in now and get it stripped down and see what's going on. We've got the brand new disc and pads here. I've gone for Brembo, still struggle to say it, and this is the rear caliper piston tool I've bought as well to wind the piston back. I'm going to double check everything before I take it off. I bought these from Euro Car Parts. I've had problems in the past where they've sent the wrong ones. They refund fine and everything because I've done it off a reg search, but it can be just a bit of a messing around and stuff. So I'm going to start now by getting the car jacked up and also getting the wheel off. Right guys, as you can see, we've got the heat damage on the disc here. That'll be our noise. Excuse the fluid there, I've just given it a clean off with some brake cleaner. I'm going to take this caliper off now. It's probably 2 14mm nuts, and then we can start having a look and see if we can get this piston back first. I tell a lie, they're 13mm nuts, so I'm just going to crack them off now. Gonna have to get a spanner on that as it's just spinning the rubber. Move that back and get a spanner on it. We've got a 15mm spanner on it, and then we're going to try and crack it off now. I might have to get the little breaker bar out, but that was easier than I thought. The rubber on this slide pin here is actually ripped, so I've no doubt that this piston might go back okay, but the corrosion on that pin there is what's stopping the caliper from sliding back and causing this to actually jam on. So I'm going to get this caliper off now and then have a look at these pins. Yeah, worst case scenario this. That piston's seized solid. Looks like the boot's all deteriorated. Maybe. I'm still going to try and push it back, see what happens, because I kind of need to get this car back on the road. But if not, I'm going to have to make a trip to Euro Car Parts and pray that they've got a caliper in stock so I can get this switched over. Ignore all this on the back, it's just WD-40 from where I've been. Although that does look like it could be a bit of a cracked pipe, or just a bit of crack in the paint. That's sorry. Yeah, he's spray painted this silver, so it's just the paint peeling off that, thank God. But that's least of my worries. I've got a caliper here that needs sorting. So yeah, let's try and get this pushed back now and see what happens. Right guys, I've managed to heat that back piston up a little bit and get like literally not even quarter of a turn off it just to hold the rotten pads off the disc. I've had to build it back up, get onto Euro Car Parts, and I'm going to go back now and get a caliper for this, and then we'll get it back here, get it fit, I've also stripped down the driver's backside just to make sure the caliper's okay on that side, which it is. I've managed to push the piston back, although it was very stiff and tight, they usually are, but I managed to use the tool, push it back. But let's go and get this caliper now, get back here, get it stripped down again and swap this new caliper over and get that rotten old one off. I've just been all the way over to Manchester from Wigan to pick the caliper up from Euro Car Parts because they had one in stock over there. They've passed me the box which looked proper sketchy with duct tape on and stuff. So I've sat in the car. Luckily I had some pictures of what the other caliper looked like, and it's for the wrong side. So it's in the wrong box, they don't have another one in, so it's a waste of basically an hour and a half. It's making me laugh because this is exactly why I took the Berlingo off the road. This shouldn't have been happening with this car. But I can't wait for it to, like, another week until it goes into the workshop to have this car minted up and sorted mechanically. But I've had to order another one. I'm going to pick it up from Bolton in the morning. You can kind of still hear the brakes binding slightly, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was before. We're managing to crack that piston back just a tad. But yeah, job stopped again. This car's going to have to get parked up tonight, and I'm going to have to get a lift home maybe, or just risk it for a biscuit and drive this car as it is. I think I'm going to probably end up risking it and get back onto this job in the morning. I've just got back to the unit now. We've got the ABS light on and we've got the ESP light on as well. I don't know why that's flashing on the camera because it's not flashing actually in real life. I've no doubt that them lights have come back on because of maybe the heat that's being generated on the back there, so I might have to end up changing a sensor out as well. It has been doing this for the past couple of days. When I turn it off it cools down and everything, them lights go off. So we're just going to have to crack on with this car and actually get it finished tomorrow. The Berlingo's sat over there as I've pulled it out today. I really missed that car. I should have just literally bit the bullet and got it sorted and put the axle on it, but I've not. I bought this now and we're going to make it the best car ever, just like that thing has over there. It's 8:45 in the morning now and I've just picked up the new caliper from Euro Car Parts. I've checked this one. This one's spot on. The box isn't all sketchy and looks like it's from a car boot sale. So we're going to get over to the unit now and get this caliper done on the brakes as quick as possible because I've got to pick the Evo up from the body shop today and get it over to AMD Limited as well. We're pretty much exactly at the same place as we were yesterday. I've clamped this brake hose. I'm going to crack the caliper off now. Hopefully I can get the brake pipe off and then we'll start stripping all this down and get the new caliper on. This is where we're currently up to. Everything's stripped down. I'm struggling getting this brake line off, so I'm going to have to take this off. There's a spring on the back. I'm not too bothered about breaking this. I just need to make sure I can get this worked off. I don't know if you're supposed to put heat through this. I don't know if it can make the brake fluid boil, but I'm going to get some heat on it anyway, and then I'm going to do a pretty decent brake flush on it when I've got it all built back up. I couldn't get the pipe off yesterday, so I've had to go to the scrapyard and get a backup pipe just in case I damage this one. Caliper isn't in as bad condition. It's better than the one that's in, but I'm going to try and get this pipe off, and then I'm going to strip the car back down again and get the new caliper on and put this pipe back on if I break the other one, and then we can get these disc and pads finished. I've got the brake pipe off. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. It's so much easier to do things when they're in a vice. Got some of this, which has worked an absolute treat, so I'm going to have to try it on the car now. Fingers crossed we can get that off, and then we're up flying. We're absolutely flying, so we can get this car braking properly and not sounding like it's a skip being dragged along the floor. That's the old caliper taken off. This was the stubborn thing I couldn't get out the other day. I'm going to keep this one and send that one I got back from the scrapyard to Euro Car Parts. I'm going to keep this one and I'm going to refurbish it, as the pipes came off pretty well. Get this pipe off just in case, because you never know. We can finally get all this off now. I don't know how much longer was left on these discs. It was getting horrendous. It was embarrassing as well. I'm just buzzing it's all off now. Going to get the new caliper out, get the new disc put on, and then we can get cracking on and get them bled up. That's it, guys. New discs and pads. C's caliper swapped over. I had to grab Tom from the other unit to help me bleed the brake through then. The new cable from the new brake pipe from the scrapyard were 10 times better than the one I took off anyway. I'm just going to get back underneath now, make sure everything's run right, nothing's catching, because the brake pipes do get bent a little bit when they're being taken off. But I'm going to crack on now, do the other side, and get this car back on the road. That's the driver's side done. A lot easier, took me about 25 minutes to do that side. New Brembo pads, Brembo discs. Let's get this car built back up, get the pedal pumped, and then we can get it back on the road, no grinding. That's the car back down on all 4 wheels. What a drama that were. I've had to fill that up with a pipette, like a turkey baster, because you can't get anywhere near it. It's tucked away under the engine bay. I'm going to swill that off with some water now, and have a bit of a tidy up. But that's another good job done, and then get it into the workshop on Monday. Right everyone, that's rear discs and pads on the car, sorted out the C's caliper, used a pipe off one from the scrapyard. Shout out to the scrapyards who keep going and pulling people like me out of the rubbish. Gonna have to get that caliper cleaned up, put back in the box, because there's a return charge because of refurbished units at Euro Car Parts. I think I get £35 back. I'll probably give them the caliper that I got from the scrapyard and recondition the other one like I said earlier. Please keep liking the videos if you keep enjoying them and you're enjoying the 807. Bit of a weird car I know, but like I say, it's just something you can crack on with, see how I struggle, see how I get on and stuff. Bit of a unique car, not much about it on YouTube. I don't even think there's a manual you can buy for it. But yeah, please hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.